Hey guys, it's me, Jen from Hello Strategies. Hope you are well. I wanted to show you our leadership cards because they are our newest deck of cards and they are fantastic. So we have 3 decks of cards. As you probably know, we have leadership cards, we have coaching cards, and I have another video up there that explains those. And we also have question cards, which are great for teachers, educators, homeschoolers, all sorts. The deck that I'm going to show you today is a deck that Jackie and I co-created with Sue from Constant Journey Coaching. She's also Sue of the Curiosity Project.ca, one of our Canadian friends. And then also a new collaborator for Jackie and I is Jay from Mountain Element, Jay Parker. And both those folks helped us create this deck of cards. And this is what they look like on the front. And just like all of our decks of cards, they come in a bag. You'll notice most of the time the bag for the leadership deck has a colored string, and that way you can start to keep track of all your decks of cards. They are 2 by 2, they are small enough to literally fit in your pocket, and they're just a really cool thing. One thing that's very different about this deck is we have, between Jackie and I, Sue and Jay, we've identified 10 leadership attributes that this deck focuses on. So one of the attributes is being a courageous leader. And you'll notice each attribute area actually says what the attribute area is on the card, and the cards are color coded. So there are 40 cards in this deck. There are 10 attribute areas. That means there's 4 cards for each attribute area. So we've got courageous leadership. We have advocative leadership. There is this one matches, resourceful leadership. And again, all of these are attributes that we want in our leaders. And when a leader doesn't have these attributes, you feel it. This is mindful leadership. We also need our leaders to be visionary, so visionary leadership. We need our leaders to be inclusive. It's about bringing people together, not bringing people apart or breaking people apart. Whoops, so there we go, inclusive leadership. Who doesn't like a resilient leader? So this group was resilient leadership. We also have yellow for curious leadership and a little bit of a darker green. We call this clover for authentic leadership. Who doesn't want an authentic leader? And then last, a great attribute area, a collaborative leadership. And the only one I think I forgot, did I do advocative? I think I did. I can't remember, but it is got a pink color to it. So basically what you want to know is, again, 40 cards, 10 attribute areas. Literally, if you were an educator, if you were a parent, if you were running a leadership program, you would probably want to focus on all of these 10 attributes. In fact, I love things that are like thematic. So you might choose one of these attributes and focus on that with your students for 1 to 3 weeks, and then move on to the next attribute area. So that's one thing you need to know about the cards. The other thing you need to know about the cards is on the back of every card, depending on the category, there's going to be a question that's related to that category. And the idea behind this entire deck of cards is this is a tool that you would use with kids, teens, and adults. Originally we said young adults, but I have to tell you, you could use these with any adults. And really it's about developing leadership skills, those 10 attribute areas that I spoke of. So here's a great example. This one is a card that's about being an advocative leader. And so it's about advocating for others. Here's a great question that you could talk about with students, or you could sit around the dinner table if you're growing these skills at home. How do you stand up for others? Okay, great question. Here's an example of another question about being a collaborative leader. How do you foster collaboration with others? And these are just simple cards that you can use as conversation and discussion prompts. You can use them as writing prompts. If you wanted to give these to students to bring home, they could use them at dinner time as a discussion prompt with their family. It's also something that they could be thinking about, in the summer months. Here's another one. This is resourceful leadership. It says, what do you think compels you and others to take action? We all know that good leaders are not just about having a vision, but actually taking action towards that vision. So another fantastic question. And again, I could go on and on. The questions were hand selected. The attributes were selected based on research and the combined experience of Jackie, Sue, Jay, and I. And we just think it's just a great tool to help develop and further our leadership skills in all age groups. So if you're interested in these cards, Maybe watch one of the other videos that talks about the question cards and coaching cards, because then you can see some other ways about how you can use these cards the way those cards were used to set intention, as discussion prompts, and also to help you sort of like unpack difficult things that are going on. So those are leadership cards. Check us out if you're interested in that pack. It is at hellostrategies.com if you would like a pack of those. Again, it's hellostrategies.com. And go forth, friends. Be creative and be courageous. Bye.